Yep. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a fantastic, if I can get it out of my mouth, fantastic Saturday afternoon for me. I guess night for most of y'all, night for a lot of these guys, and welcome to the LMP1 round 3 here at Silverstone Classic. Yep, we did not manage to get the first couple rounds on the air, but we got round 3 on here, and these guys are in for a 3-hour race tonight in these fantastic cars. And let me real quick go ahead and get this up here for you guys and get this out of the way. Yep, as you can see, I was right this time. We are at Silverstone Classic with a length of 2.92 miles or 4.7 kilometers. It's got 18 turns. These guys are in for 10-minute practice, 10-minute qualifying, and a 180-minute race. Like I said, they're in for a 3-hour race tonight. And really did. I was racing in it, and while I wanted a little bit more practice or qualifying time, in front of a 3-hour race, 10 minutes actually was more than enough. So let's get that track info back off of here. No one yet to set a time. Yep, and as y'all notice, I did not introduce a co-commentator. I am on my own tonight, and I think later on, for everybody in the GAVRA community that's on the Discord channel, I may pop into one of the live chat rooms later on if anybody wants to pop in and say hey later. Excuse me, y'all. My voice is already a little sore from commentary early this week, and so y'all will hear me being quiet a lot this time. The tire info up on the right is not correct. It's for my car sitting in the pit, but the track temperatures and everything else is correct. So these guys right now have a 60-degree track, 57-degree Fahrenheit air temperature with a 2-mile-per-hour northwest wind. As who are we on? We are on one of my guys here in Team Porsche, Toby. He keeps going just a little wide, but this is a really fast track. Oh, as he does spin, yeah, I'm going to take it off of Toby. I just gave him the commentator's curse. Let's check in on Interceptor. I believe Interceptor is on Team Toyota, and I'll pull up all the standings and all that kind of stuff for y'all later on throughout the race. I'm just trying to leave it for later on in the race. And, oh wait, yep, where is my guy, my other guy, Percy? Is this Percy? I believe this could be, nope, I believe this is Percy. It could be. Sorry, y'all, the writing on my screen is really little. Let me change screens because it is possible this is Pirelli. And yep, see? It is not Percy, it is Pirelli. My other guy from Team Porsche, Percy, has not joined in tonight. I hope he makes it. I was actually gonna, he always broadcasts his races, so I was gonna actually, at some point in the race, I was gonna steal his broadcast and put it up in the top right-hand corner. And so we could see his cockpit view, see how he was doing while watching the main race all at the same time, but doesn't look like he's going to be with us. But we do have 10 drivers that have made it tonight. These races have been very tough on all the guys. I personally did not want to. I don't think I raced for about a week and a half after the first one. Yeah, and unfortunately y'all did miss Spa last week, which was fantastic. Hey Cadwell, how you doing, man? And yeah, y'all, I'm just gonna double check my volume levels right fast, and I'll be right back with y'all. Yep, and as I suspected, for some reason, my voice is a little bit louder than the game volume. Alright, so Pirelli, I've let Pirelli go back to the pit and the camera just sit on him. Bad camera guy. Index for Team Audi. Index has been very tough to beat. Like I said, y'all, we will look at the points later on. I don't want to get them up here just yet. I got a lot of time. And so far during practice, it appears Index has the fastest time with the 106. I had a feeling we'd see times around 105. I believe here in qualifying we could see a 102 around this track. And Pirelli in the pit, but he also 106.4. Lonnie with a 108 also in the pit. He seems to be happy, going to enjoy. Yeah, get as much of a break in as you can, guys. I know this is a long, tough race. I'll be right here with you. My other guy, one of our fellow commentators, Cypher Knight, currently with a 111. He is, he's Team Porsche. I'm still going to root for you, Cypher Knight. I was hoping you were in Team Porsche, but yeah. Swami also going back to the pit. Going to enjoy what time he has with a 113. Marcos also in the pit with a 113. Seeing a trend here, y'all. Toby, 51, also one of our fellow commentators here at GAVRA Racing, currently setting a 116. And as soon as I put the camera on him, he immediately suffers from the commentator's curse. I'll get the camera right back off of Toby. We'll go to Interceptor. Interceptor is currently setting a 130. He's really off hole right now, but Interceptor's real fast. I think he's just going to warm himself up. There's really no need to push too hard right here during practice. Save it for the qualifying. And I'm going to try to save some of my voice for the end of this race too. This is definitely for the drivers and me. This is all about endurance. Can you make the distance? And usually, I think only about 3/4 of the field usually finishes. It's very easy to crash out during the night sector, as we are on Cashnet. Cashnet is not yet set a time. Cashnet on our Discord channel, which y'all should go and join. I pointed out how during the night sector in this track, there's really not a lot to mark some of these curves or turns. They're going to sneak up on these guys, and one of the only indications that they're going to have are the posts on the inside. Jukebox still currently sitting in the pit. Yeah, apparently he's going to really save it for the race. And Manic also sitting. Why is Manic sitting in the pit? Or I'm going to double check y'all, because this it is possible this is in the pit. I've already been wrong once today. I was wrong a lot earlier. Oh, and of course, all I got is the MIS. Oh, but I can check the timings. And yep, see, glad I double checked. I had a feeling that was McCaleb. Raced 2 races with these guys. You'd really think I'd know who all was in the race, but it's hard to concentrate for a 3-hour race. I was gonna get some other stuff up there for you guys, but as you can see, we are getting to the end of practice, and we're going to go back to Cypher. It looks like we might have Toby close up behind me, but it is practice. No need to fight for position just yet. This is, after all about lasting the 3 hours. One thing to set a good lap, but it's a whole another thing to set that lap and maintain it for 3 hours as they do come through the S's. Yeah, Cypher Knight. I'm gonna get off of you, man. Bad camera guy. Alright, guys, so let me get over here so I can see this. Which, really, I don't think this is gonna be any indication of how these guys are gonna line up for. Sorry, y'all. I'm not used to my camera changing. I want to retire. watch. Pirelli is, for a second, Pirelli was going to be the first out on the track. It's definitely not Jukebox. It is Lonnie. Lonnie is our first driver tonight out on track for qualifying. Yeah, I was going to say the practice is not always very representative of what these guys will set in qualifying, especially on a race like this. And, sorry, y'all. Get back over here to... Yep, there we go. This one just makes a little bit more sense to me. Yeah, I hope y'all are ready to watch this. If you can't see or hear, watch all of it. Stick around for a few minutes now. Take you a break in the middle, unlike the drivers or me, the commentator, can do. Take you a break in the middle of it. Come back at the very end, see who's managed to last to the end of the race, survive through the night cycle, and see who wins. It always starts to get real close towards the end of it. I'll make sure I save some of my boys for the last hour. As Lonnie does go a little wide. Alright, let's see who else is. Lonnie will be our first person to set time there. Of course, we'll have plenty of time, so we will end up doing, we'll do a ride along with all of our drivers tonight to see just how they tackle the track. I do expect to see times during qualifying. Yep, see there's a 105. I think we'll see somebody out here, most likely Passionate or Pirelli. I believe most will set about a 102. It seems to be their trend. Yep, so far everybody looking good. Yep, and we do have, we'll go up here because I need a lot to talk about. Pirelli was our first person to set a time of a 105.174. Looks like Index is going right back to the pit, and he set a 105.34. Passionate also going back to the pit with a 105.501. Marcos with a 106.401. Caleb was our fifth driver to set a time with a 107.243. Oh, but he has now been, he just got bumped down the ladder by Lonnie, who I was fixing to go to. So Lonnie, I'll go back up to you. You've currently got a 107.204. Jukebox. Okay, I'll try not to watch him tonight, y'all. He seems to not be wanting to do a whole lot. Toby has not yet set a time, and actually I'm gonna leave it on Toby here for just a second, y'all. Yep, he's on track. I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna leave the camera on him, and I'm gonna get the map and speedo up for this. There we go, y'all. Sorry about that. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, Toby, a lot of speed coming through. I believe that was the last turn at running 130 mile an hour, so going down to just about 108, I think I saw there in the middle of that turn, but he really got on the gas coming back out. Oh, back to the pit and back out. Alright, so Cypher Knight has set a time of 109.241. Oh man, he goes back to the... I mean, I don't blame y'all for going back to the pit, but... yeah, I don't blame y'all for going back to the pit. Y'all got a long race ahead of you, but come on now, y'all. Every time I put the camera on you, you go into the pit. Is me? Y'all think I'm cursed? I'm not cursed. Well, I got the purple toast first. That's nothing extra. Nope, cashing into the pit. Index is still out. Way to go, Index. So we are halfway through qualifying. Borelli's, yep, with a 104. He brought a little bit down, 104.719. Index second with a 105.34. Cashnet with a 105.5. Marcos with a 105.8. Michaela 106.85. Lonnie 106.988. Barely in the 106s, but in the 106s. We'll get off of him. Cypher Knight in the pit with a 109. Toby managed to get him a time in a 111. I think Toby is still definitely warming up. It's going to take these guys, they've got just enough time to get their tires warm and get in a good lap. And as you can see, the track is only 59 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is Celsius, but yeah, it's definitely it's a cool. It's not cold, but it is a chilly track, and with medium clouds, so not a lot of sun to keep things hot. Jukebox still in the pit. Interceptor has still yet to set a time. Swami also still yet to set a time. I remember correctly from driving the Radicals, the race director he doesn't like it. He'll give you a big penalty for the track limits, and of course 3 hours. You don't need to be picking up penalties. And Interceptor set a time and managed to put himself up in the 7th. Yeah, the race director is he's tough. He's very unforgiving. But you really gotta throw the car through some of the turns and really push the boundaries to get the best out of it. But yeah, Interceptor moved himself up to 7th with a 107.7. Right at 3 seconds off of Pirelli, but I mean, it's Pirelli. Everybody, I think, most of the guys that have been in the league for a while, I think that would explain enough of it. If I just said, no, it was Cashnet or Pirelli, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's, you know. Of course, they're all the way up there and got a good lead on everybody. We are down to 1 minute left in qualifying. Several guys in the pit. Index is still in second. Pirelli, of course, still in first. Cashnet looks like he's gonna come back out for at least one more lap. It looks like, maybe. Nope, and he decided to go to the pit. Marcos is out on the track. Yeah, no, I don't blame any of the guys for making the most of it. You're sitting good, Cashnet, I don't blame you. 3rd place to start, 3-hour race. And we know, Pirelli, Index, and Cashnet. My prediction is they will get a good lead in front of everybody. They will battle it out for a while. I can't say. I have actually no prediction on who will end up coming out on top of those 3, but I believe it will be Pirelli, Index, and Cashnet in the lead for most of the race. And then we will have a middle pack and a pack in the bottom. yeah, most of the guys are going on into the pit. Marcos is still out. Caleb's still out. Toby may have just got an invalidated time. Yeah, I think so. He's came to the pit. Yeah, last minute, 3-hour race. I don't think I ever did the whole 10 minutes in qualifying on this. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm all the way down here in the back. I don't mind starting last. Sometimes it's a better position. Caleb's still trying to improve. He is fixing to come across the line. Will he improve? Oh, I did not get a chance to see it. So, y'all, we're going to have Pirelli first. Marcos did improve. Marcos in second. Index in third. Cashnit fourth. McCaleb in fifth. Lonnie will be in sixth. Interceptor seventh. Toby eighth. Cypher Knight ninth. Swami 10th. And Jukebox, you're going to start in 11th. And let's see. Let me, nope. Yep, I'm sure I want to retire. I'm too scared to race. No, I'm not. I would have enjoyed this track. This is a great track to race on, but, these guys put a lot into... No, I don't want to exit. These guys have put a lot into these races, put a lot into their practice. It's really tough to get out here for such a long stint. And I thought they deserved to have it covered and broadcast to you guys. And ladies and peoples. I assume you're all peoples. As we will go through, yep. Yeah, like I said, Pirelli will be in first, Marcos in second. Oh, it's just keeping them. This is such a wide track, it's not going to move us back. Alright, so I will put the camera on index, so we are somewhat in the middle of the pack here. And I'm going to be quiet for the 45 seconds we got, so I can get through the start. And it looks like we are finally sinking in. And they are, I missed the lights, but they are off. Index does have the lead with Pirelli in second, Cashnit third, Marcos. Oh, they are changing position. Marcos is up to first. Cashnit is in second, Pirelli down to third, Index is down to fourth. We do have somebody that just went wide. Lonnie is in fourth. Lonnie's made it up to third. Index down to fourth. Toby is in fifth. Interceptor is in sixth. Yep. Cypher Knight in seventh. Pirelli down all the way down to eighth. He may have been who went wide. We know Pirelli will recover. Manic in... I'm sorry, not Manic. McCaleb. Sorry about that. McCaleb, you are in ninth. Swami is in 10th. Cashnit currently only one in the front of the pack. Close enough to make a move. But I think these guys may be trying to take it a little bit easy. Get this lap one done, as we do have a team Porsche around in the back. I'm not sure who it was. But yes, oh. It is that Pirelli? Pirelli in the Porsche? Yeah, it was, I believe it was Pirelli in Team Porsche. Okay, so we are, let's go up here to Index. Index is still within 1 second of Cashnit. Marcos has managed to get himself a 1.5 second lead over Cashnit, but will he maintain it? We'll have to see. as I believe these guys are coming into lap 2. Yes, they should be according to the time. 2 hours 58 minutes left. Thanks to everybody that is watching, y'all. I see there's 5 of us. I think I'm one of those 5. That's why I say us. And you probably can't hear my dog whining in the background. You will have to get over it because these guys are putting a lot down on the track because Index is still has yet to let Cashnit go. Cashnit's has fallen a little bit farther behind Marcos, but we have Schwami and Pirelli are close enough in the back to make a move on each other. These guys are battling it out pretty hard. And it looked like Toby did have to go through it. Toby has been doing pretty well in these. I think the endurance suits him. I know he definitely enjoys it. Well, actually, you can tell all the drivers enjoy it. They signed up for a 3-hour race. You don't sign up for a 3-hour race if you don't really like it and want to push yourself to the limit. Well, I mean, you can do 6 or 24 hours, but maybe we'll see some of those later on. But I better keep my mouth shut because I might be the only one that volunteered to commentate that. Cypher Knight is close enough to Pirelli to make him move, but I got a feeling Pirelli is going to pull on out just a little bit in front of him and make the best of the clean air that he has from Caleb, who, is only 5 seconds now in front of Pirelli. It's not a huge lead on a driver like Pirelli, as we do have someone going wide. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the Speedo map up here, y'all, because these guys are really flying around this track. I got a feeling they're about I'm going to guess about 176 for most of the track. 200 plus, definitely down the straight. Yep, well, I was a little bit off, but we can see Pirelli's speed is quite high. It looks like he is saving his DSR. And as we can see on the map, these guys are starting to spread themselves out very quickly within the first 6 minutes. I promise you, though, they will gather themselves back up at different points. There's going to be several pit stops. Pit strategy is definitely going to be key on this track, as I'm sure they're really eating into some tires. I know a couple of these guys run some very aggressive setups on the cars. And then it'll just come down to whether we're running hards or softs as to whether they have to take fuel and tires or just fuel. You can make 2 stints out of 1 set of tires. The track being as cool as it is, though, which it is going to warm up later in the day, and like I said, we are going to see a night cycle. It is set to 10 times time progression. It does go a little wide. Yep, we already are seeing a few drivers picking up some time penalties, Lonnie and Toby. Let's go up here to our leader here, Marcos, or Team Audi. And I forgot what I was talking about a minute ago, y'all. Yep. Really early in the race for me to be forgetting. Yeah, while we don't have many drivers picking up penalties, we do have drivers invalidating a lot of their times, but that really doesn't matter during the race as long as you don't cut enough off the edge to pick up a time penalty. It's all good, which all drivers do it. There is nothing at all with taking every bit of track you can without managing to take a penalty. Marcos now 3.5 seconds in front of Cashman, which, yeah, this is a very fast track. The turns are very fast. This car's got a lot of downforce, a lot of horsepower. There's a little bit of room for these guys to relax, but the straights aren't very long. And as we can see, a lot of these guys really are not getting on the go fast button. I don't know if they've been just saving it or just not needing it, or there is the possibility that on this track it's just too much. And as y'all can tell, this mic is extremely sensitive. As we almost have the first 10 minutes of this race over. I'm doing my best to talk through all of it that I can. But later on in the race, I will be taking, I don't want to call them breaks, but I will be being a little quieter, especially if nobody's talking to me in the live chat. I am keeping an eye on the live chat. Marco's still maintaining his lead. Cashnet is sitting in second currently. Index is in third. Oh wow, Index is 9 seconds behind Cashnet, but 3.5 hour race. So some of these positions, some of them are very solid out of the top drivers. I think Cashnet and Index are definitely going to be in the top of the pack, very solid. And Marcos my prediction is one of those guys will end up getting around Marcos at some point, if not Forelli from 7th, getting around him. But from there on down, I believe from about 4th or 5th down, we're going to see some huge position changes. And from when I was in this race, it's like, yeah, you got that position now, but can you keep it for just over 2 hours and 45 more minutes? And it's very tough, and so those positions usually change around a lot, just from slight mistakes, pit strategy. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. And it looks like Forelli is now catching up to Michaela. Like I said, we will see Forelli chew his way through the pack. He'll go right on up, back up towards the top. Yeah, he's now getting really close to Michaela. Only 0.5 seconds off. Yeah, pressure definitely is on Michaela at the moment. As he did pull outside the 1 second range. yeah, like I said, he has got right back up on Caleb again, and hopefully he'll stay with him this time and we'll get to see a move. But if not, then we got 2 hours, 45 minutes. We got a lot of times to see a lot of moves tonight. Everything on the in-game info feed on the bottom right under the speedometer is showing. Most of it is just all track time invalidations for track limits. Like I said, as long as you're not picking up a penalty, that means absolutely nothing. But Cashnet is also. When did Cashnet close in on Marcos? Marcos must have made a mistake somewhere. Cashnet really starting to get close, but I believe Pirelli is the closer driver. Nope, they're both right there within 1 second. I'm going to keep going back and forth, y'all. I don't want to miss the pass. I believe Pirelli is the closer. And things I moved the camera and I missed Cashnet getting around Marcos. But Cashnet getting around Marcos and now having almost a 3-second lead, a 2.7 second lead over Marcos. So yeah, I think Cashnet definitely put the pressure on and managed to get around Marcos. So we will go back down here to Pirelli, who is just making it around Caleb. Yep, looked like that was a fantastic move around the outside of the turn. Really pushed the limits of the grip on the car. It does not look like most of the drivers are holding off of their go fast button. Cashnet first, Marcos second. Everybody seems to be about the same. As I believe this is our lap cars here. Get on the back marker for getting out of the way, letting the leaders through. So far, two of the people I predicted would be in the lead are up in there, Cashnet and Index, and Pirelli has made his way up into 6th. So, like I said, he'll make his way back up there. Yep, Lonnie was in 4th. Interceptor is currently sitting in 5th. Percy is in 6th. Not Percy, I'm sorry, y'all. Pirelli. So, y'all, I'm so used to Percy being out on the track. Pirelli is in 6th. Like I said, they'll move on up. He'll be in the top 3 before this is over. Caleb is in 7th. Cypher Knight is in 8th. We look at our track. Oh, that is a front marker in front of him. And Swami is in 9th. Swami also has a front marker right in front of him and behind him. And Toby is in 10th. Toby's in a nice little bubble by himself. Sometimes for these long races, it can be nice to be in that little bubble by yourself because you can actually relax a little bit. And while you gotta set a good lap and keep a really good pace, you don't want to be on edge for 3 hours. You want to try to take it a little easy where you can. As easy as you can take it going 190 miles an hour in a rocket with wheels. I mean, it's just, they took the wings off an airplane, put tires on it instead. And there you go. Oh, and has gone through the pits and has brought himself down to 8th. Doesn't look like he was in there long enough to get to fix anything, though I could be wrong, but I don't think it was. He must have got a drive-through for something. But like I said, Pirelli will move back up to the top. He'll be one of them to definitely watch tonight. And we're going to go back up here to Cashnet, our leader, for a second. And I'm going to go and grab myself a drink, y'all, and I will be right back. Alright, as promised, I am right back. Big thanks to everybody who's sticking around and still watching. So, you know, you can talk, I think. I hope. Yeah. Okay, so get myself recentered back into this race after grabbing a quick drink. So we are on Cashnet, who is in first with a 9-second lead over Marcos. Marcos is in second with a 3-second lead over Index. Lonnie is in, sorry, Marcos is in second, 3-second lead. Index third, 3 seconds behind Marcos. Lonnie in fourth, 19 seconds behind Index. Interceptor is in fifth. Interceptor is 17 seconds behind Lonnie. McCaleb is in sixth. McCaleb is about 45 seconds. 30 seconds, sorry. 30 seconds behind Interceptor. Cypher Knight is in seventh. He is 15 seconds behind McCaleb. Pirelli is back down to 8th, but he is coming back up as looks like some front markers are going to let him through. I hope they let him through. It's part of the racing etiquette. If you're a front marker, you got a back marker who's unlapping himself. He's obviously very fast. Like Pirelli. Proper etiquette in GAVRA Racing is to allow them by to unlap themselves so that they can catch back up and make up positions. And if you're a back marker, you're supposed to get out of the way of your front markers, of course, as always. Schwami is in 9th. Schwami is 1 minute and 3 seconds behind Pirelli. And Toby is, time is very confusing. I'm not sure how far behind Toby is. Y'all can see the times. We got Schwami. Schwami is 2 minutes and 42 seconds behind the leader. Toby is also 2 minutes and 42 seconds behind the leader. Maybe something a little weird going on there with the timings there at the bottom of the pack. Oh, Toby has definitely had a hard time with this part, it looks like. Hang in there, Toby. You know the whole thing is about finishing. You just hang in there, keep the car on track while you can, and I'm pretty sure you'll move up positions. Biggest part of these races is getting the car last. As Marcos is coming through the pit, he must have... Oh, he is stopping. Not quite 30 minutes in. It looks like it's hard to tell. I'm not sure what his pit crew's doing here. I think they're giving him fuel. Yep, I believe Marcos did take fuel. Pirelli closing up on Cypher Knight. We'll see them in soon. Caleb in the pit. I believe he also tires, possibly fuel. Maybe not. Maybe not tires. It's hard to tell what you're getting in. What some of these guys are getting in the pit on project cars. I'm believing it looks like Marcos took fuel. I can't remember exactly how much fuel these cars hold. A decent amount. I want to say I was thinking you could run for about an hour, but it looks like these cold tires are getting to him there. He was a little didn't look like he expected his tires to be quite as cool as they were, and he didn't have as much grip as he thought. As Cypher Knight, Pirelli has got by Cypher Knight, but Cypher Knight still within just outside the 1 second range. Now they got me thinking about fuel. Yeah, cashing it only 17 liters left. You're full throttle around this track so much, you really burn through fuel fast. Index, 15 liters. Yeah, these cars are burning fuel at a little bit different rate, as you can see. Definitely going to get fuel fast. We will have some pit stops for sure out of the leaders before long. Could be what Marcos was thinking. I'm gonna pit a little while before them. While they're in the pit, I'll make a some position back up and be good to go. And of course, also timing your pit stops out with the end of the race. So you want to be pitting in the last 15 minutes. Yeah, so you have to. There's a lot of strategy in these endurance races and figuring out pit strategies. Especially, they play a huge part of it. Index did kick up a little bit of dirt. Yep, staying just away. Yeah, I stay away just a little off of the side of the track if I can to don't need me pushing it. You are in a good second position. You are 15. Index is 16 seconds behind cashing it, but these two are going to be good in second. Index 13 liters of fuel. Cashing it 15. How's Lonnie doing? Lonnie 14 liters of fuel. Interceptor with 23 liters of fuel. He may have, I believe he started with a lot of fuel. Must be, these guys have definitely, they're separating themselves on their pits strategies here. So they won't be pitting within very close. We'll see some definite several laps between pits and pit strategies here. Marcos took fuel 45 liters. Pirelli 47 liters. Cypher Knight 24. Cypher Knight will be hitting for too much longer. And Michaela 45 liters. Yeah, he's got plenty of fuel. Toby 29. Toby will still be out for a little while. I think him and Cypher Knight will be pitting about the same time. down to 11. Cashnit down to 13. Cashnit could, in theory, stay out for a lap longer than Index. I'm not sure how that would end up working out in the long run. I usually stay out just as long as I absolutely can, just for the sake of staying out as long as I absolutely can, but I'm still a rookie, and Cashnit has been doing this a long time. He's one of them that gives some of the best advice on our Discord channel, so all you should do, go join, go check it out. There is a link at the bottom of the GAVRA Racing website, gavraracing.archivista.org. As you can see up in the top left-hand corner. And yeah, there's a Discord link down at the bottom right-hand side, along with a link to donate. I believe it is through PayPal at the moment. And this is all community driven, so if you feel like it, help us out. If you don't, it's not a big deal. The biggest thing is you enjoy watching the race. Index now down to 9 liters. Cashnit started burning through a little bit more fuel than he was. Looks like he still does have about 1.5 liters more than Index. Lonnie, how are you doing back here? 10 liters. Interceptor's down to 18. Marcos, we don't need to worry about. Pirelli's good. Cypher Knight is down to 20. He can still stay out for quite some time. And yep, let's go back up here to our leader, Cashnit, who has a 16-second lead at the moment. Over second, and he has a 48-second lead over Lonnie in third. He has a 1 minute 12-second lead over Interceptor in fourth. 1 minute 27-second lead over Marcos. 1 minute 36-second lead over Pirelli. 2 minutes 5-second lead on Cypher Knight. 2 minutes 38 seconds on Caleb, and 3 minutes and 21 seconds on Toby. So let's see, 3 minutes 21, minute 6. 3 laps, well, probably about 3 and an 8th, 3 and a 16th, but yeah, 3 laps ahead of Toby at the moment, which, we are just have got through the first half hour of this 3-hour race. 2 minutes, 28. 2 hours, 28 minutes to go. See, messing myself up. So still, lots can happen. We're going to see a lot of position changes as this track goes on. And cashing it down to 7.7 liters. Index, how are you doing? 6 liters. These guys at the top, Index and Cashnit, I believe, they're gonna wait. Looks like they're gonna wait until they don't have enough fuel to get around the track before they come in. I don't blame them. It's usually what I do, or try. Of course, I'm trying that because I'm watching these guys do it. And if you are new to sim racing and more specifically sim league racing, there are links on the GAVRA Racing webpage, for the GAVRA Academy, which is for new drivers to league racing. It's a lot of fun. It's a different car, different track every week. It also is broadcast with the commentator team. They do a great job. I believe Kev and Fana did it last week, and Chef did it the week before. So if you tune in next week, I believe you will get to see Chef do the next one. But yeah, the academy is a lot of fun. A lot of the top drivers in GAVRA Racing went through the academy, and you can see, you know, where they are now. But, as I said, they're at the top. And you don't have a lot to talk about, and you just start talking in circles for the sake of talking, so y'all have something to listen to. Index, yep, index down to 3.7 liters, Pirelli 4.9, Lonnie 5.3. Surely we will see index pit this time, down to 3.3 liters. He does have to get around the track and back to the start, so yeah, I'm very sure we'll see him. No, wait a minute. Where is he on the track? Sorry, y'all, I'm a little confused on where he is. No, he is going for one more lap. He is going to try to, he's going to run around on fumes, I believe, if he can. He wants to try to see if he can out-pit stop Cashnit, who is on 3.8 liters, but yeah, Cashnit still has plenty. Lonnie, 4.1. Interceptor still has plenty. He's on 11 liters. These are the two I'm curious about right now. Index and Cashnit. Index is down to 2 liters of fuel. Very easy. He is getting close to the pit. The pit should be right here somewhere. I believe it's just around this corner and over the hill. And down to 1.8 liters. Yeah, I don't know. He may have it figured tighter than I think. He may go around one more time. I'm very curious to see what he does. No, he is going to take it in the pit. I don't blame him. Only 1.5 liters. He'd have probably been rolling into the pit if he'd stayed out any longer. So Index is pitting and taking fuel and possibly tires. Lonnie is probably going to try to stay out, I don't know, he's 2.8 liters. He could do one lap and try to take the position just to put the pressure and mess with Index's head. But he's going to have to turn around and pit, and Index is going to come right back in front of him. It's just going to be the nature of these pit stops. So is Lonnie... Where you at on track? Lonnie, no, Lonnie does want to go ahead and try to make up the position in a second, but like I just said, he's going to have to pit the next round. Index should be fixing to come back out on track, and it's just going to naturally put an Index right back up into second position. If he had pitted, there would have been the possibility of him closing that gap up, I think, a little bit between him and Index, but he's going to have to lap. We'll watch it play out here in just a second. Currently, Lonnie is up in the second, and Interceptor is in third. Interceptor will be pitting very soon too. I think about 5 more laps, maybe only 4. Not quite sure how much fuel these guys are burning per lap. Index is back out on track. Yep, looks like he took about 50 liters of fuel. Not sure if he took tires yet or not. As we have moved on from a medium cloud over to overcast cloud, so definitely will the track off just a little bit more. As I was just talking about it, I watched the temperature drop 1 degree Fahrenheit, went from 52 to 51. Air temperature is currently sitting at 52. So yeah, cloud cover definitely going to make a difference here. It'd be nice if Project Cars gave us some type of real world clock somewhere so we could have an idea of how far along in the day we are. If I had to guess, I would guess we're, as Index does slide a little bit. I'm gonna guess we're somewhere around about mid to late afternoon at the moment. Probably late afternoon, so we should be for a whole lot longer. Start moving into our evening. As Marcos is close enough to index, but that was index making it by, so like I said, it was just a natural progression. Whereas, yeah, Marcos pitted, took his fuel, but like I said, it just naturally put index right back out in front. But that gap has gone down. There is only a 2-second gap between those two now, so maybe it did pay off a little bit. But Cashnet still our leader. Go Team Porsche. Cashnet is in first still with a 21-second lead over Interceptor, as we are just over 30 minutes into this race. I can start talking, y'all. We do still have 2 hours 20 minutes left in this thing, and but I think Cashnet is going to maintain the lead for the majority of, if not all of this race. Interceptor is still in second. Index is in third. Marcos is sitting in fourth at the moment. Pirelli has made his way back up into fifth. It looks like we have dropped a couple of drivers along the way that I did not notice. I was losing them. Lonnie is in sixth. Cypher Knight is in seventh. Caleb is in eighth. Oh, as he is getting back on track. How's his fuel setting? 29 left. He'll still be out for a while. Toby is in ninth with 12 liters. Toby will have to hit before too long, but it looks like he has stayed out on track with some damage to his car, so good on you there, Toby. I know that's tough. But you'll have to pit anyway soon, so hopefully you'll have a chance to go ahead and get it fixed. But yeah, great work staying out there with a little bit of damage and getting it fixed. As Cashnet is coming up on a back marker, I believe. Yeah, he's in first. He can't have a front marker. Yeah, Cashnet closing in on the back marker, but in no danger of getting passed by anybody, so has a little, oh, as they did go wide. Who was that? I think that may have been Caleb. No. Who was that? I'm not sure who that was. It may have been Caleb. Where are we? Pirelli made his way up into fourth. Interceptor is having to pit. Yep. Yeah, he's definitely taking fuel. I missed whether or not he's taking tires. Like I said, some of these drivers are going to try to do 2 stints out of 1 set of tires. And it looks like Index and Marcos are right at about 2 seconds from each other. These are the closest guys out on track at the moment. And I am going to stretch y'all, something the drivers can't do. One advantage I have over the drivers in this, I can get out of my chair and stretch. So I'm gonna set my headset down and stretch. I'm gonna check the live feed just to make sure nobody's talking, but I have been keeping an eye on it. And I'll be right back with you, y'all. Alright, so I have some great advice to everybody that watches this video and or is watching right now. Don't use a metal fold-out chair for this chair. It is ungodly uncomfortable. It'll kill your back, kill your neck. I should have made a better choice. Yep, and like I said, yeah, we are starting to get close to the evening hour for these guys. Oh, let me grab my controller and move down here because Index and Pirelli are close. Yep, but Pirelli's going to go on by because Index did get a little wide, but he did a fantastic job of maintaining control of his car. Marcos, Pirelli, and Index are our closest drivers at the moment. Marcos is only 3 seconds in front of Pirelli, and Pirelli is only 2 seconds in front of Index. Yeah, some of the guys in the top of the field are doing a great job of managing to keep up with each other. Like I said, this is a really tough track, and it's fixing to get a whole lot tougher as we're coming into the night cycle. As we are down to just under, we're getting close to a third of the way through the race. They are 45 minutes into it. We have 2 hours and 14 minutes left of this race. So yep, that should be about, like I said, with the time cycle set, it should be dark in about 14-15 more minutes. And of course, this is also a great time to get some fantastic, right there at Sunset. Project Cars has some fantastic graphics. Sunset and sunrise is absolutely beautiful in this game. I may actually snap a couple photos myself while they're racing during the sunset and sunrise of these guys. And hey to everybody that's watching, thanks for watching. If you want to say hey in the chat, I am keeping an eye on. As it looks like Caleb was in the pit. So I'm just trying to see where everyone is now. Still, these guys, second, third, and fourth are still the closest ones together. Pirelli, we know Pirelli is going to be trying real hard to catch up to Marcos. Still 3.2 seconds out, but all at the same time, at just over 2 hours left, these three guys, second, third, and fourth position, they just sit tight, and they could just sit tight, not put a lot of pressure on each other, give each other a little bit of room, just like they're doing now, and they could ride this thing on out, potentially decrease the gap to Cashnit. Maybe one of them could catch up, but it will definitely help keep their gap from Interceptor, who is in 5th. So Interceptor is 1 minute behind Index in 4th. So yeah, it could be very beneficial for those guys to not necessarily work together, but not outright working against each other, and just, you know, ride the clock out, so to speak. Because they do have a very long ways to go. And it looks like, well, the timing says it's, but Lonnie is managing to catch up to Interceptor, it looks like. And these guys are 43 laps into this race. Of course, it is a timed race, like I said, 3 hours. They've done 43 laps so far, and not quite a third through. So I think we can call that at least 50, say 55. Call it 50 times 3. So yeah, so probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 laps for these guys tonight here on Silverstone Classic. And the sun is slowly creeping down as Lonnie is making the move on Interceptor, and it looks like he may have it. Yeah, he does have that move, but is Interceptor going to try to take it back immediately? And it looked like Lonnie just did manage to keep it on the track there. Yeah, almost 1 hour in, first round of fatigue starting to set in on the drivers. For me, when I was doing it, yeah, about 1 hour fatigue started setting in, and I would be extremely fatigued for the second hour through the race. But then on the start of the third hour, I would usually get my second wind and was able to concentrate a little bit better and make better lap times. Yes, very nice move by Lonnie. He has increased his gap from Interceptor at the moment. How is Interceptor on fuel? Interceptor is fine on fuel. Cypher good on fuel. Toby's fine on fuel. Just notice, Toby has 61 liters, so some of these guys really aren't taking full tanks. They've got their fuel set. I guess they have their fuel set to make two stints on one set of tires, but set their fuel to meet the stint halfway through. Minimize fuel load on both of them instead of a lot of little. It's a pretty good pit strategy, actually. As we can see with all the red markers on the names, we do have several drivers with some time penalties. I'll pull those up in just a minute and we'll take a peek at them. And nope, I have not gone anywhere, y'all. So we're still getting not quite through the first third of this race. My opinion, I think everyone is looking good. I'm finished checking fuel levels, 34, 11. So Marcos will be having to pit again. So is he just not taking much fuel? I'm not sure what's going on there. But, you know, great respect from the back marker for the front marker coming through. We all strive for very clean racing here at GAVRA. And I know I already said it, but yeah, new to sim racing, go to the website. There's links for the academy if you're new to sim racing. They will be doing round 3 next week. If I was better at this, I'd have the information for you and I could tell you where they're going to be. But I'm not, and I don't. But there are still spots, I believe, so you can definitely sign up. And yeah, y'all should go to the website anyway. There's lots of information on there. Oh, as Marcos does have a little bit of trouble there. We'll take the camera off of him and leave him alone for a little bit. Let's check in on Ferrelli, not very far behind him, now down to 2 seconds behind Marcos. Ferrelli also needing to pit soon. So yeah, we'll definitely seeing different pit strategies, but Pirelli is really closing the gap now within 1 second of Marcos, regardless of needing to pit. Pirelli 8 liters, Marcos 8 liters. These guys are going to end up, they're going to battle it out. They're going to have to pit together, and they're going to keep battling after the pit, unless one of them manages to make a huge move here. We're going to see this little battle continue. They're not going anywhere. Once again, thanks everybody that is watching. Thanks for sticking around and watching the race. Though at this point, I'm starting to suspect some of y'all watching are actually the drivers. But, you know, that's cool too. As, yeah, Pirelli really putting the pressure on Marcos. Like I said, they're going to have to pit at the same time. Pirelli currently sitting with 6.4 liters. Marcos with 7.3. Pirelli burning fuel a little bit faster than Marcos. Pirelli did have a little bit more fuel a second ago. I still think both of these guys are going to have to pit at the same time. And I guess I don't know who's where on their pits. If one of them only needs to take fuel, say for instance Pirelli only needs fuel, Marcos needs tires and fuel, Pirelli will get back out of the pit faster, and get ahead of Marcos in the pit. That would be a fantastic pass. You know, you pass your opponent while y'all are actually in the pit. That's a great move. Would definitely be strategy coming into work here. But, you know, it might not be that way. It could be the other way around. Pirelli could need tires and fuel. Marcos could only need fuel or tires and get back out early, increasing his lead from Pirelli. But Pirelli is not letting him go. He's going to make sure that they're pitting together. Pirelli now down to 4 liters. Marcos, yep, 5.4. Marcos does not have enough fuel to stay out for another lap after Pirelli has to pit. So yeah, for sure, these guys are going to be pitting together, which should probably allow Index to make his way back up into second. But he is on a different pit strategy, so yeah, we're going to see a lot of back and forth here just from pit strategies, and we're going to have to really hold out to the end of this race to see who is where. And I have to go down here and check on my man Toby, because don't pass him, Pirelli, not yet. Nope, Pirelli is going for the move. I'm not taking the camera off of you. Pirelli, go for it. Go. Pirelli down the inside, and he makes it stick right past McCaleb. And I'm all excited, though they're going to have to pit together. They're still going to have to pit together. But that was a fantastic move. Marcos trying to make it down the inside around him again. He cannot make it, though. Marcos still only 1 second behind. I've got to go check in on Toby, y'all. Because Toby was within 1 second of Caleb. Oh, but Toby managed to go wide. Oh, it looks like he's pitted. He's got more fuel. I can't tell if he got his car fixed. It's hard to tell if he got his car fixed or not. Of course, everybody working with Project Cars pit strategies knows that it works. Some people say it don't work. It works. It works very well, providing you set it up properly and you set up your options, and make sure you include different options for different things. Like, for instance, you may want one for just fuel, one for just tires, one for fuel and tires, one to just fix aero damage, and maybe one to fix all damage, and then a oh shit pit strategy where it's just you pull in the pit, they give you tires, fill you up with fuel, and fix your car from the front to back. It does take a while, but I think I've used my oh shit strategy more than any other pit strategy I have. Where are we at? Yep, Pirelli is in the pit taking fuel. Looks like Marcos has managed to stay out. Marcos is gonna be, where are you at on track, Marcos? I think Marcos is gonna have just enough fuel to get back in there. But, alright, so we'll have to see how this plays out. Can Pirelli get around the track and get back in front of Marcos before Marcos gets out of the pit? That is going to be the question. Yeah, Marcos, you really rode that fuel right on down to it. 1.1 liters. Oh man, top-notch job there on your fuel calculation. You really were taking the risk of running out of fuel. Back up here to Index, because I think Index is really going to try to put power down. I mean, not Index, sorry y'all. Pirelli. I think he's really going to try to put power down and catch up with Marcos, and we will have to see if he can manage to get around and get back out in front of Marcos or not. He should he'll at least be right behind Marcos. Marcos still in the pit. Where are you at on track, Pirelli? Pirelli is halfway around the track. He's coming up to the S, or the chicane, whichever you want to call it. Is coming up on Marcos in the pit. Is Marcos moving? Marcos is moving, but will he get... No, Pirelli had a good move. He managed to get out in front of him, and yeah, maybe Marcos might have should have just pitted with Pirelli and stayed right there with him. Pirelli was able to get out there on the fresh tires, make up some distance, and get himself back out there in front of Marcos with sorry y'all, I'm trying to do math with a shot brain. Let's see, 6, 7. He's got a 7-second lead now on Marcos. So yeah, he probably should have really just pitted with him. He may have could have stayed right there on him. Great work from Pirelli and Marcos all together. I really did not think Marcos could get another lap out of his tank, but he did it. We are on Cashnet. Cashnet is still in first now with a 1 minute 2 second lead, so he has almost a full lap on Index. Cashnet is down to 20 liters of fuel. Index is in second with 16 liters of fuel. He will be hitting during the night cycle, which may not be a bad idea if he can get some hot tires on his car and get back out in the middle of the night. Might pick up some time. Lonnie is in third. Oh, sorry, y'all, I've got cords getting tangled. Lonnie is in third at the moment with 18 liters. He also will be hitting during the night cycle. I think all these, by the looks of it, I don't know, I think it'll be close. I think we may see some pit stops during the night. We may not. To be honest, I'm having a hard time keeping up with these guys' pit strategies and how long they're burning through. Looks like they're burning through 2 tanks of gas per 1 set of tires and 2 tanks of gas per hour. So yeah, so then we will definitely see pit stops throughout the night. And Marcos is in 5th. Marcos currently has 46 liters of fuel. He'll be out for a while. Interceptor 31 liters. He'll still be out for a little while. Cypher Knight 36 liters. Him and Interceptor with it relatively close. We'll have to see how that works out. Caleb is in 8th with 28 liters. So yeah, a couple of these guys are going to be fairly close on their fuel level. Toby is in 9th, 44 liters. Toby will be out the longest of the bottom of the pack, but he's got a lot of fuel. He can make up some distance. If you hear me, Toby, you got more fuel than the other guys. You can make some distance up. I don't know if that's cheating or not. It may be. cashing it down to 17 liters of fuel. Yeah, he'll still be out for a little while. As we have got through the first hour of this race, we have 9 drivers that have survived this brutal race so far. And it is, believe me, it is definitely brutal on these guys. I mean, I'm not even racing it, and my neck's killing me. So you can imagine what they go through. 3 hours with force feedback wheel. I'm not sure what all. I think we got guys in here on just about everything. I think we got some guys on some T300s, maybe a T500. I believe there's probably a Fanatec CSL in there somewhere, and I'm sure there is at least 1 or 2 Logitechs as well. And we're in a 3-hour race with any of those wheels. Your arms and legs are going to feel like jelly. Well, except for probably like Cashmere for real, because they're not human. They're aliens, so they don't count. As Cashnet makes a fantastic run on the track around that turn. Let me see if we can get a cockpit view right around with our leader Forelli for a moment. Oh, I don't like that. There's a roof. Oh! Cashnet does have a busted windshield, which does, as you can tell, make it just a little bit harder to see out of these. And since we are in his cockpit view, I'm going to pop down all of the interface so we can see his full car. Yeah, you really can't see how the cracked windshield does impact the review quite a bit. Definitely, he does not want to take the time to get it fixed, though. It does take a good bit of time to get your windshield fixed, and if you can make it, you're better off making it. May impact his vision a lot during the night cycle here, which we are coming up on. And he is coming around through the S's. Very nice job making use of all the track. Really was on that inside curve. And y'all, I'm going to leave y'all with our leader Cashnet for a lap, and I'm going to go refill my drink. And I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, because I'm not. Mad Max view from Lonnie's car there. Alright, let's go for a ride around with Cypher Knight here, because the sun is starting to go down, and like I already said, Project Cars has absolutely beautiful graphics when it comes to sunset and sunrise, and it's great from the track view, but you really get some of the best view from the driver's perspective. As we are, like I said, we are on a ride around the track with Cypher Knight. Don't worry, y'all, I have not gone anywhere. I am still here, and it looks like, yep, Index is going through the pit. Let's get rid of this track, the cockpit band cam, and so Index is on his way out of the pit now. Where will he? Said we have dropped another driver. We are all the way down to 8 drivers as we are getting close to the night cycle. The sun is going down. It's a beautiful time progression here in Project Cars. They really did a top-notch job on that. Index is 2 seconds outside of Lonnie. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna check out Index's cockpit cam, and we're gonna watch his rundown. Index has a lot of stuff on the inside of his car. Y'all think he'd get mad if I reached up there and turned his radio on? He might not like to listen to music while he's riding around the track. But he is doing a good job of staying right on top of the line. Now within 1 second. He does have plenty of fuel, so he will not be pitting. That's right. We just watched him come out of the pit. As he does, yeah, his tires still must be a little bit cool. He does lose it coming around turn 1. And Lonnie has increased his lead. But Marcos is now closing up on the back of Index, and so we are now on the cockpit cam of Marcos. Also appears to be with this is the Toyota. This could be the Audi here. This is the Audi. It's got a lot of buttons. Marcos is going around the outside of Index. He has managed to make it stick. That was a great move, Marcos. And we'll go back to the track side cam here. But yeah, Index still not very far behind from Marcos. And we are getting close, 15 minutes from being halfway through this race. Of course, could also be about the time that about halfway through this race is we'll see if anybody sits in the pit for a little bit longer, takes them a quick bathroom break. There's a possibility. We do not. That is one advantage over the real-world drivers that sim racers don't have. They do have a worked-out method of bathroom usage, whereas sim racers, we just kind of have to go in the pit, quick jump up out of the car, and it takes a little while. Then you got to come and get back out of the car. Of course, in the real world, these drivers, they don't have it. Take them 15 minutes to get unstrapped and climb through the little bitty hole. A door or window in these cars and get out, and then they gotta get back in. So yeah, real world drivers definitely don't get bathroom breaks. Surprised the sun has not gone down yet. It has been working on it for quite a while now. I believe I said the sun was starting to go down about 30 minutes ago. But they do have the headlights on now. And Cashnet still in the lead now with 40 seconds in front of Ferrelli, who is in second. Marcos is still in third. Index is in fourth. Interceptor is in fifth. Ooh, Interceptor is down to 9 liters of fuel. He should be pitting. We'll see him take a pit stop soon. Lonnie is in sixth. Cypher is in seventh. Toby is now in eighth. It appears we have lost another driver. Oh, no, it does not tell us on the in-game info feed what happened. Could be a disconnect. It could have been a crash out. It's really hard to tell. These long sessions can be very taxing on the project cars to stay connected. So you're very apt to go to race 3/4 of your race and get disconnected. So, yeah, not very fun for the guys that do. But for the guys that do manage to stay connected and stick it out for the 3 hours, they have made one hell of an accomplishment. And get to be very proud for sticking it out for 3 hours and going around this track. And any of y'all, quite an accomplishment too. If you sit here for 3 hours and listen to me talk to y'all about this race for the whole time, y'all should also get a first place trophy. Yep, we are currently on Toby. Like I said, Toby is one of the commentators here at GAVRA Racing. He covers the Tuesday Group A F1 series in F1 2019. It is Tuesday at 21:30 Italy time. I believe that's about 8:30 for anyone in Great Britain. It is 3:30 in the afternoon for me here in the United States. Cypher Knight, also one of the commentators here at GAVRA Racing. He covers the Radical race with Dutch Muso at same time, 21:30 Italy. I believe that's, like I said, I believe, could be wrong, 8:30 Great Britain, and I'm pretty positive it's 3:30 here in the United States. Seems how I race in it, I get on 3:30. So yeah, 3:30 here. Lonnie, I believe Lonnie has been with GAVRA for at least 2 seasons. I don't have all these driver stats in front of me. Like I said earlier, if I was better, I'd have that kind of stuff. But I'm not better, so I don't have that kind of stuff. Oh, Lonnie really took too much out of it. Did it knock his headlights out, or did he turn them off? It's hard to tell. Hopefully he did not take too much damage with that tire wall. It does look like he has broke his lights, which means he will have to do a pit stop soon, and he has 43 liters of fuel. He had no intent of taking a pit stop anytime soon. Oh, that's going to be hard on Lonnie. He is going to have to pit again to get that fixed. Unless he can manage to get close enough to somebody to follow them around the track all night, he might could manage to get by without the lights for a while, or possibly all night. But it's tough enough. These cars are tough enough. Interceptor with 3 liters of fuel. Interceptor will be pitting here momentarily. Oh, and like I said, Ferrelli has made his way up into 2nd place. I knew he would. 27 liters of fuel. How was Marcos? 19. So Marcos will have to pit before Ferrelli, which is really going to put Marcos at the disadvantage trying to catch Ferrelli, though Ferrelli is 20 seconds ahead. Marcos, if you stay on it, you still got a shot. We got an hour 40 minutes left of this race, through the night cycling into the morning. You still got a great shot, but you do have Index is closing up on the back of Marcos as the sun just took a huge leap down. But yeah, Index is not under pressure from the car behind him. The car behind him is a front marker. But at some point, these two in a potential battle will have to let a front marker by them. How are they? Alexander 36 liters. Marcos 18. Marcos will be pitting before Index, but yeah, as we've already seen, the pit strategies take a lot into account on these positions. Interceptor was grabbing fuel, possibly tires. Like I predicted, Lonnie did have to come in and get his headlights fixed. Lonnie, I'm sorry, man, that was a tough break. You're doing really good too. Hopefully you can get back out there and you can make your time up and catch up with some of these guys. Lonnie is going to manage to stay. He will get back out on track to stay in front of Cypher Knight. So, good for you there, Lonnie. But Cypher Knight is going to be bearing down on you. Kind of weird. It's hard. I'm having a hard time telling here. No, 20 says 20 seconds behind. Index is now right up on the back of Marcos. Said Marcos down to 16 liters of fuel, Index 34 liters of fuel. So yeah, Index will out-hit Marcos for the meantime, and we'll just have to see how that works out. Pirelli now 40 seconds behind cashing it. These guys are awful close. I don't want to go up here and see how much cashing it has, but if he'll hit some hits if he hasn't already. Index really keeping the pressure on Marcos as he is going for. Wait a minute, I'm confused with the back marker. He has let the front marker go on by, which slowed him down just a little. But when that front marker goes by Marcos, it will slow Marcos down a little bit and close this gap back up. Now watch the car play out like I said, and I'll be completely wrong. It has a lot to do on whether or not when the front marker catches up with Marcos and Marcos has to let him by. Marcos here, 15 liters of fuel. Front marker between them. Index still 33 liters of fuel. So yeah, that front marker really needs to catch up to these guys. He really needs to catch up to Marcos. But if Marcos does manage to keep out lapping him, it's still going to come down. Index is still going to make the position when they pit. Part of it, though, is Marcos doesn't know he has less fuel than Index. Index, I'm sure, doesn't know he has twice as much fuel as Marcos. So we are privy to a little information that the drivers don't get. They have to guess and go off of their gut feeling. And just split-second judgment, really. It comes down to racecraft and just kind of feeling out your person, see how they're doing. Index still not made the time up, still only 3 seconds behind. The sun is still going down, as we are only 3 minutes. We've got 3 minutes left in the first half of this race. We are finally getting down to the second hour and a half. Interceptor is in the pit. I'm sure it's it looks like he got fuel, most likely took tires as well, so we're going to go back up here to Index because he's really trying to reel in Marcos. They still got that front marker there. Oh, and it looks like the back marker is getting out of the way for him. That back marker was just... Okay, there they go. No? I got it. What was that? That may have been Toby. I think that was Toby, was the back marker, and he was just being super awesome and literally stopping to let the guys that are basically in battle. Good on you there, Toby. Fantastic driver etiquette. As we will go back up here to Index because he's fallen another second behind. He is 4 seconds back. As I keep saying, these guys have got different fuel levels, so I'm interested to see how this plays out. Like I said, yeah, they don't know anything about it. They only know their fuel level and when they got a pit. Marcos down to 10 liters, Index at 28. So now at this point, Marcos has almost a third of the fuel that Index has. So Index can ride him out really put the pedal down, try to pick up some more time while Marcos is in the pit, and then be able to pit himself, and should manage to come out in third with a decent pull. At least a few seconds anyway, which can go a long way right now. Because yeah, the sun is still going down. Sorry y'all. No, I've been saying it forever, but it's still going down. It takes a little while. And as the night starts to go on, fatigue is definitely going to set in on these guys. Maybe they got a good crew chief or pit member that will make them some coffee when the sun starts to come up, or around, you know, about 2/3 of the way through the night. Guys, I'd make you some coffee, but I just can't get it to you. I'd have to leave the commentator's box, come all the way down there on the track. Y'all know that's just too much work, especially considering I'm in the United States. Most of y'all are over in Europe. It's going to be cold by the time I get there. It's not going to be any good. A couple days old. Marcos now still extending his lead a little. Nope, it just went back down to 4 seconds. Index is trying to close in on him. But Marcos now with 7.5 liters of fuel. I believe we've already seen Marcos ride it all the way out and come into pit lane with literally 1 liter of fuel left. So he's got a great handle on how much fuel he's using around this track per lap. And on that, I would say he's got a minimum of 5 laps left in his car. Maybe. As it looks like another back marker is getting out of the way to let Marcos by. Hopefully this will not slow Index up anymore. Index has fallen down to 6 seconds behind. And I would put the camera on somebody else, but not only are these guys the closest, I really want to see how these pit strategies work out here with these two guys. Marcos down to 5 liters of fuel left, so not too much longer before he pits, but I was definitely off on laps. It looks like they're using a little over 2 liters. So I believe he was just on the first of the lap, had 7. So I guess they're using probably about 3 or 4 liters per lap. I should probably really sit here and look at it and calculate it. Sorry for my accent, though. I do try. And Index still 5-6 seconds behind. Let's check in on him. I believe it's back to Marcos. Yep, both of these on Team Audi. So Team Audi sitting in 3rd and 4th. Porsche is in 1st. Porsche is in 1st and 2nd with Pirelli and Cashnit and Pirelli, and Audi is in 2nd at the moment with Marcos and Index. And while these guys are on manufacturers' teams, they are, just like in real life, out to beat their teammate, if possible. Makes it really nice when you have a teammate, you have someone to work with, but when it comes down to it at the end of the day, last few laps of the race, you got an even more fierce opponent, because because now you got to battle it out with your teammate if he's close. Now down to 20 liters of fuel. Marco's down to 2.2. He is only about a third of the way through a lap. We're going to stick with Marcos again. Keep an eye on his fuel. Down to 1.9. He is going to be coming into pit with not enough fuel to go around again. He is really pushing the limits of his fuel calculations, as we can see here. That's a great job. If he can manage to come in every time just like that, it'll really help pay off in the long run. Literally no extra weight whatsoever. Down to 1.2 liters. Oh yeah, he would definitely get into pit lane. He won't have the 1.1 he had last time, but he is gonna be. He's in there though. Yeah. Oh, 1. Sorry. His fuel calculation was 0.1 liter off of the previous pit. So that is some fantastic fuel calculations by Marcos. I think I may be hitting him up and asking him to teach me. But like I said, that did allow Index to go on in front of him with 18.5 liters of fuel left. So yeah, like I said, gets on it while he's got a nice light car. Of course, his tires could be given out too. I don't know what kind of tire cycle these guys are on. I have noticed that it looks like several of them are taking alternate fuel and tires, taking them separate, really minimizing pit time, which is I think is a great strategy. So we don't know how Index is sitting, but he can make up a little bit of time and manage. I think he can get himself through there and get back out in front of Marcos. He just makes up just a little bit of time. Which, like I said, though, he's got 17.5 liters of fuel left, so he's not fixing to pit in the next couple of minutes. He has, for now, maintained and earned his position of third. And we are down to 1 hour and 22 minutes left of this 3-hour race here at, where we at? Silverstone Classic. We started out with a lot more drivers. I believe we started with 12. We are down to 8. There is still one. Jukebox is still in the pit. He refuses to come out on track tonight. Don't know what his problem is. Somebody needs to talk to that guy. He's just going to sit in the pit for the entire race. I don't know. Something needs to be done. But, yep, and once again, the sun finally is a little bit more down. It really is taking its time about going down here. Go up here and check with our leader Cashnet, who is 31 seconds now ahead of Borelli. Cashnet 20 liters, still carrying that busted windshield. Great job, Cashnet. Oh man, it's got to be starting to get tough to see. We will definitely have to take a ride around the track with you during the night, sometime around midnight or so when it's good and dark, and see just how bad your vision is impaired. I got a feeling it's going to be a lot. Borelli second, 2.6 liters. So Borelli is going to be pitting. Where is he on track? He is only a third, right at about halfway around the track. I'm pretty sure Borelli will be pitting this lap. As I really don't think he'd have enough fuel to get back around one more time. He does not have to worry about Index. I don't think Index just over 30 seconds. I'm going to say about 38 seconds behind Borelli. Index now 1 minute ahead of Marcos. With Cypher Knight for a minute, check him out, watch him go around a few times for Team Toyota. Also Team Commentators kinda. That's why I'm extra rooting for him. He's a good driver, great commentator. Y'all make sure you check him out on Friday night. Not this next Friday night, we get a break week, thankfully. But the next Friday night, y'all make sure you check him out. Like I said, he does a fantastic job. Him and Dutch Muso. Dutch is one of our newer commentators. We always like to see new commentators coming in. And like I said, we are purely community driven. We're not one of those big fancy communities that has all the fancy sponsors and all that. Everybody here is donating their time. GAVRA, the administrators, the hosts, the commentary team. Sig, who does our Discord channel for us, the guys that do the standings. There's a lot of guys in GAVRA that donate their time, so yeah. So, but I think that's kind of, I think we're a little bit tighter for it. Y'all, I am gonna said around the middle of the race I was gonna start talking on and off, so don't ever think I'm not here just because I'm quiet for a second. I am here, but I'm not gonna lie. Those big streamers that sit there and stream for hours and hours and just talk the whole time, I don't see how they do it. Oh, my throat's already sore from talking. It's only been 2 hours. So yeah, they do a fantastic job. And still, once again, it's finally starting to get a little bit darker here. I am excited to see the night cycle here. I'm sure the drivers are excited to see it come and go very quickly. Like I said, usually about the time the night cycle starts setting in, fatigue's getting pretty bad for me. And then about the time the sun starts coming up, I get a little bit of, I get that second wind a little bit. Cypher Knight is closing in on the back of a front marker, so great job, Cypher Knight. You keep that up, you will manage to gain some time on Lonnie. Lonnie is 1.5 minutes in front of Cypher Knight. Like I said, he keeps up what he's doing right now, keeps catching up with these front markers, riding their slipstream. He will catch up to Lonnie before this is over. Cypher Knight with 41 liters of fuel. Lonnie 23 liters of fuel, so Lonnie will have to pit before Cypher Knight, which will let Cypher Knight catch up, and of course we'll just have to see how pit strategies come into play with all that. Oh, cashing it now, 1 minute 12 seconds in front of Index. Index has not pitted yet. He is now 1 minute 17 seconds in front of Marco, so he has increased his gap. Great job, Index. Keep it up and you will definitely be able to get your pit in and come back out in front of Marcos. Pirelli, 57 liters of fuel. Index is going to lose the position to Pirelli and drop it back to third when it hits. Pirelli's just got too much fuel. Pirelli's still got 57 liters of fuel. Which could be why Index is in second. Pirelli could have pitted when I wasn't paying attention, and just naturally gave the position up because of pit. But yeah, Index will definitely, I think at this point, get back out on the track still in front of Marcos, which is, I'm sure, what he's trying to make sure he can do at the moment. Times are a little screwy up here. It's actually telling me that Lonnie is 3 seconds in front of Interceptor, but I know these times are wrong. These guys are on the same map, but you can see on the map, Interceptor is clearly ahead. I would say that Interceptor is 3 seconds ahead of Lonnie. As it looked like, yep, front marker coming through. I believe that would probably be cashing it. Could be Pirelli, it was a Porsche. We have Toby back here. Toby, 50 liters of fuel, he will have to put for a while. Toby also has elected to carry a lot of his damage throughout the night. That windshield's really going to be tough on him, and cashing it to see out of. There's let's go down here. We'll start right now. Check it out. Yep. As you can see, the cracks start really becoming more pronounced throughout the night cycle. Cashing it is a pro. He knows exactly where this track is, as you can see. And like I said, it is one of those things you start getting a little bit used to. Cashing it, we will come back on here once the sun is really good and down. We can see all the lights everywhere starting to come on. Let's get back to our trackside camera. And Interceptor and Lonnie are currently the closest drivers to each other, but it looks like Interceptor is 5 seconds in front of Lonnie. Once again, thanks for everybody that has stuck around and is still watching, though I still suspect, I think right now there's only 3 of us. I think I know one of them is me, so there's 2 others. I have a strong suspicion you may be drivers. And if you are, thank you. Thanks for doing it. As the commentators, we always like to know somebody is watching. Personally, I don't care if it's right now, I don't care if it's 1 or 100. As long as somebody is out here watching these guys put the rubber down on this track for 3 hours and literally exhaust themselves doing it, I'm happy. As it looks like we do have a couple people in here, maybe. I know one of them is Jukebox. I'm not too sure who the other one is. Could be Schwami, maybe? It does not look like we have Schwami anymore. I guess this would be a good time. We'll pull up the, we'll pull up the timings. Speed a little bit better. Have a look at our penalties. Yep, it don't show who's sitting in the pit with me. But, Cashing It, no penalty. Index, no penalty. Pirelli with a 2-second penalty. Marcos with a 5-second penalty. Interceptor, no penalty. And Lonnie with a 12-second penalty. I think I just said that. Cypher Knight, no penalty. And Toby with 50 seconds. Yeah. Toby got out good on the radical race last night, but I went flying into pit lane trying to catch up with him and Joe, and caught a 10-second penalty going through pit. Yeah, it was really hurt. If I had had that 10-second penalty, I could have potentially challenged my teammate for position at the end. With the way it was, we were right there on top of each other, and I had a 10-second penalty. There was just no way I was going to get in front of him on the last lap and make 10 seconds in front of him. So there was no need in me even trying to go for it. But it was a great race. As we have Cashnet. Yep, Cashnet is coming into the pit with 2.2 liters left. These guys really are running it really close on fuel. He will definitely make it out, or should. I don't. It now says Pirelli is 23 seconds behind him. Sorry about the camera movement, y'all, but yeah, it looks like Pirelli is on the same lap. Pirelli does have a fair amount of fuel. He is coming around. Cashnet, where are you at? Cashnet is going to have to catch back up to Pirelli to take his first position back. Or no. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, y'all. Pirelli is not on the same lap as Cashnet. It looks like Cashnet is a lap ahead of everyone. Pirelli did manage to make up some good time, though. Got himself a half a lap closer to Cashnet. Instead of a minute and a half, that lead Cashnet's lead is now down to 49 seconds. So stay on it, Pirelli. Oh, now it's down to 35 seconds. Index 59 seconds from the leader. So barely just over one lap. That was Index's fuel. Index did pit. He is full of fuel. Is anybody a little light on fuel at the moment? Lonnie down to 11 days. See him well. Cypher 28. So Cypher Knight, well, it's like he may be some laps down from Lonnie, so I don't know if he'll actually get to make that position when Lonnie picks or not. I'll have to wait a little while before I can really make that call, as we are coming down to our last 1 hour in this 3-hour race, y'all, with these LMP1. I believe it is the 2016 models. I'd have to look it up. My brain's pretty shot, and I've been looking at this screen for a while, so I'm sorry, y'all. But these are monsters. Massive horsepower, massive downforce. Itty bitty hole to see through. And I am going to leave y'all with Cypher Knight for a minute. Actually, I'm going to let y'all take a lap around the track with Cypher Knight while... Where's this cockpit key? While I refill my drink and make sure I have enough voice to last for this last hour with y'all. So I will be right back, even though I'm not really going anywhere. I'm still here. these guys have raced all day. They started at 10 a.m. and have raced all day. It is finally now starting to get nighttime. Fatigue should definitely be sitting in on these guys. We can see Lonnie is in the pit. We are still on a ride along with Cypher Knight, and I think I'm gonna change up here to ride along with Cashnet for a minute, and we're just gonna slowly go around through everybody and take a lap around the track with everybody in the cockpit cam, and we'll go from first. We'll go from first in order. We'll go first, second, third, etc. We'll go right on down through the list and see how everybody comes through this track. We are on, like I said, Cashnet's cam, and as I change out, I'll let y'all know whose cockpit we're in. But yep, right now we are with Cashnet as he goes through turn 1. There's us a lap with Cashnet. We will check out Pirelli now. Where is Pirelli? He's already gone around lap. Nope, he is still not yet to come up. So we're gonna stay with Pirelli though, and we'll be up here at turn 1 in just a second. As you can see, yeah, Pirelli definitely has a better view from Cashnet. Pirelli through the S's, very nice and clean. Barely touches the curb on the inside. And here we are with Pirelli going around turn 1. And like I said, we'll stick with him for a ride along for a lap. And see how he handles the track. And that concludes Pirelli for a lap. Let's go down here and check to see where index is. Yep, these guys are about the right amount spaced apart. Pirelli is getting around, come around. He'll go left up the hill and then through the S's, and we'll get to see him on turn 1. Through the S's, last turn, down the straight, as it looks like, yep, Toby is in the pit probably getting fuel and tires, and here we are with index turn 1. They have been at it for 2 hours now. It was a 3-hour race with 58 minutes left. So yeah, they've been going around this thing for 2 hours. Cashing it is up to lap 105. So yes, quite a long race for these guys. Of course, also a long commentary for me. But I won't be near as wore out at the end of this as they are, as I have stuck on, I got sidetracked and stuck on index for an entire extra lap. Let's go along for Marcos. Marcos just has made turn 2, so we'll have to stick with Marcos for a second here, and wait for him to get back around. A couple of the drivers have a couple of different lines they take through some of these turns. Everybody develops their own. So Marcos really like to cut it up on the inside there, which I personally did too. I like to really cut the inside on these turns and swing all the way to the outside. Pretty much, I think Marcos, looks like Marcos is taking the exact same line I would. But and Pirelli are still in the lead, so not saying they take a better line, which they quite probably do, but they are definitely faster through the same line if they do take this line. But yep, now we are with Marcos through turn 1. Marcos was going around, or he really flew around this track faster than I thought he would, which it is. They've slowed down a lot. Cashing it is still on about his original pace of 106, so is Pirelli. Which I guess really most of these guys are holding about the same pace now that I look at it compared to qualifying times. Let's see, let's find where Interceptor is. He is halfway around. Looks like he does have a little bit of a cracked windshield, but he does have a nice view out one side, which there is. If you look at the track, there's a lot of turning right, so you can see out the right side good, so he should be gold. Yeah, see, as you can see, he's looking out the other side of the windshield. He's not even looking out the left side where the crack is most of the time, so yeah. Not impacting his vision too bad, just a little bit of a distraction, as he is going to go left and up the hill and come into the S's, and it'll be a turn 1 in just a second. Yep, there he is, across the line and coming into turn 1 with a ride along with Interceptor. limits. It looked like it was all he could do to hold on to the car right now. I'm sure the track temperature. No, it says the track temperature has came up a little bit. The track is up to 55 degrees with the sun coming down. Oh, it finally did. The clouds did clear out. A little sunshine did come out right before it went down and warmed it up a little. It's definitely going to start cooling down now that it's finally getting, sundown is definitely over and we are getting into the night. Okay, that was a front marker going around. I would say I've been passed like that before by a front marker, and it was cashing it. He blew my doors off going around me. I thought I was doing decent speed too, so I'm gonna guess that most likely was cashing it. No, it was not. Corelli, I believe. Yep, as it looks like Toby is getting out of Corelli's way as well. So where were we? We were going to Lonnie. Good timing. Lonnie just now coming around through the S's. There he goes to the right. Shift the weights to the left. Very tricky. Thankfully, these cars have a lot of grip with them being four-wheel drive. Lonnie also carrying a lot of windshield damage there. I keep saying very, very tough. Yeah, as y'all will see as the night goes on. Visually to keep track of where everything is with the busted windshield. Makes it real hard to see. As I forgot to announce, but yeah, Ronnie did go through turn 1 back there about 3 turns ago. Gonna take this fast right-hander. It's got a short straight followed by another even faster right-hander. The one he just went through is a little more than 90 degrees. So it really cuts back on itself. It's a little deceiving. Very nicely done, Lonnie. And he'll come left up the hill. Very nice. He cut all the way to the inside of it, coming up the hill. He was making room for a front marker. Go on by. Great display of sportsmanship and driver conduct here at GAVRA Racing. You can always count on stuff like that. And just in case anybody ever does break the rules, we have a team of stewards that look into race incidences if they are reported. And they are actually extremely fair. And it looks like Interceptor has gone in the pit. We did go around the track with Lonnie. So let's check out Cypher Knight. Cypher Knight looks to be, he's doing a really good job. His lap time is not the fastest as he is coming in the pit. Cypher Knight, I will come back to you and we will take a ride around with you. But I was just fixing to say, it looks like you've done a really good job staying out of trouble. No damage to your car. Great looking windshield there. So he should have a good view throughout the night. And best of luck to him through the night cycle. This is, to me, the toughest part. And we will take our, let's see, where is Toby? Toby is about 3/4 of the way through the track. We will stay with Toby. Wait for him to come around and we will do a full lap with Toby as well. And then I'll finally let y'all off this cockpit camera. And we'll get back to the trackside. There is Toby on turn 1. And we'll get to see, we'll go along, we'll see how Toby attacks this thing. He likes to swing way to the outside there. Cup to the inside, let it float to the outside. exactly sure what these big black masses that keep popping up every now and then on like that one for these guys are, but you know, I mean, Halloween is within a week, so you never know. Could be a ghost, or I don't know. I don't believe in ghosts, but it could be. Just these little floating black clouds on the track. Just saying, Halloween's close. It's nighttime. Toby flashing a front marker on through. Fantastic job, Toby. Let's see, another great... Oh, I muted myself. Another great display of sportsmanship out of one of our GAVRA racers and one of our commentators. Very nice through the S's. Really tucked it close to the wall. It looked like he did have a tire off there, but he did not pick up the penalty. So if you can make it be a little bit faster like that. Oh, as he does go a little wide. Toby, I'm going to get off of you. You're out of your cockpit and let you drive alone. You don't need a side seat driver at the moment. Where is Cypher Knight? Perfect timing. Cypher Knight coming around turn 1. He managed to get out of the pit, get back around, and we caught him just in time. Oh, sorry about the creaking, y'all. Like I said earlier, don't make my choice of a desk chair and get like a just one of those metal fold-up $10 chairs. They're not very comfortable. It's metal. It's not very ergonomic. Cypher Knight, about 3/4 way to the track, coming around the really fast, deceiving right-hander. It really is a deceiving turn. You can take it a lot faster than you usually think you can when you first start learning this track. That left-hander there, obviously, you know right off the bat, you can take it pretty much full throttle. As he comes into the S's. Yep, very nice. He likes to stay just a little bit away from the wall. I don't blame him. If you clip that wall, that is it. You have just destroyed your front end, and you got to go all the way around the track because you just passed pit lane. That is not a place to take your car out. I've done it. Don't want to do it. Marcos is in the pit. Oh, let's get us, let me find somebody out here and get us finally back off of, or out of everybody's cockpit. Oh yeah, as some good nighttime has finally came, you can see now why it was important for Marcos to get his headlights fixed earlier. As you know the sun's going down, but sometimes when you've been out here driving for a while, it's hard to tell. Time starts to slip away a little bit. You just know you're driving. The sun's going down at some point. You don't know exactly when. And we are up to our leader. Cashing it is up to 100. Let's get up here on Cashing It. He is on 117 laps. He's got a 36-second lead in front of Ferrelli. He is sitting on 22 liters of fuel. He will be out for a while still. The track has, like I said, already cooled down to 51 degrees, so the track temperature definitely starting to drop. And we have moved on. The clouds have came back in. We now have some light cloud cover. Rain is not in the forecast. The drivers did get lucky. Weather originally called for rain, but it moved on out shortly before the race and everything dried on up for them. So they got real lucky on that. This is it's a great track to drive in the rain when it first starts raining, but as the race progresses, it's a really flat track. The water does build up on the line, but I still enjoyed it. A couple of times I've raced it in the rain. You just got to learn where the puddles are and how to hit them. Oh, it looks like we have dropped McCaleb. That may have been who was sitting, who was sitting in the pit with me. Let's see, let me change my view, y'all, and just to make sure I don't have got a lot of O's in there, don't I? Make sure I don't have any messages on Discord, which I'm pretty positive I don't, but never hurts to check. Nope. nothing on Discord. Yep, and speaking of Discord, y'all go to the GAVRA website, gavraracing.altavista.org. Bottom right hand corner, it's a link to the Discord. Join up, and while you're on the website, if you're new to sim racing, there's the links on there for the GAVRA Academy. It's a different car, different track every week. They are fixing to do round 3 next week. I believe there are spots available. So if you're new to sim racing, you want to check out some league racing, definitely sign up. League racing is nothing at all like public lobby racing. It is way different. Everyone is way faster. Me and one of the other guys were talking about it not long ago, and we were talking about how we felt we were pretty fast. We did really well in public lobbies and stuff. We did pretty good. We thought we were real fast. And then we joined GAVRA Racing, and while we still put in, very reputable times, there's nothing wrong with our times whatsoever. We put in good times. We figured out how fast there's so many people out there that are just so fast. Like example right now, Cashnet with a 38-second lead on this race. He's managed to keep it together, keep driving, keep racing. His times have been consistently within the 106 to 107 range. He's at 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, he's 2 hours, 20 minutes into this race. He's still running the same pace he was at the start. So that's how tough league racing can be, but it doesn't get any more rewarding than league racing does. So yeah, go to the website, sign up for it if you want, if you're new. And if nothing else, give us a like on the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It all helps. Thanks to everybody that is still watching us and tuning in. As I'm going to run through our roster, Cashnet is still obviously in first. Borelli is currently in second. And I'm also going to have a look at fuel because let's go back to Cashnet. Cashnet 14 liters of fuel in first. He'll be out for a while. Borelli is in second with 4 liters of fuel. He's got maybe about 2 laps in him. Index is in third with 11 laps. Looks like Index has lost a headlight. It is early in the night, not a great time to lose one. But he's been having a good run. I'm sure he'll manage it just fine. He's a very talented driver. He'll be out for a couple more laps. Marcos is in fourth. Marcos has 41 liters of fuel, so he hasn't pitted not too long ago. He'll be out for a while. And like you said, we're still going to see some position changes due to fuel load and tires. And right at the end of the race, that is really going to, and when these guys have their pits timed out. Because like I said, in the beginning of the race, we saw a couple guys hit early. Like the first, I want to say we had some guys pitting within, I think about 30 minutes, and then some of the guys didn't pit until close to the end of the first hour. So somewhere around about 10 to 15 minutes between some of these guys' pits, and which is, depending on how they've timed that, it's going to depend on how it plays out at the end of this race. So yeah, positions could change so much here at the end, and it looks like Interceptor is finally catching up to the back of Lonnie. my thing says. The time says he isn't, but the little triangle that says he's a second out says he is. And he's, yep, the map says he is on lap with him, so this is for position. And Interceptor, yep, Interceptor did get by. Lonnie still not very far behind him though. As now the track temperature has came back up from 51 degrees to 55 degrees. Being quite the odd track tonight, isn't it? Oh, as we have moved on, that's what it is. We have moved back on from light clouds. Clouds have blown back away, and it is clear skies again, which has allowed the track to warm back up a little bit. Or so I'm saying. Pirelli, like I said, is in the pit. He did not have a few left. Marcos in fourth with 38 liters. Interceptor for fifth, 44 liters. Lonnie still not too far behind Interceptor, 22 liters. So Lonnie will have to pit before Interceptor. Oh, Lonnie, looks like Lonnie's giving us a little flash. He may be one of the guys giving us a view tonight. If he's watching and listening, then he's probably paying attention to how much fuel I'm saying the other guys in the race have, which would be a very smart move. Oh, Lonnie is pitting early. He may be deciding he needs to alter his pit strategy to make sure that he can last the last 40 minutes. Because no, he does not have enough fuel to last the last 40 minutes. He would have to pit right there at the end. Y'all, yes, we are down to the last 40 minutes of this 3-hour race in the LMP1 monsters here at Silverstone Classic. Alright, so Lonnie is probably going to lose that position. No, he will not lose that position to Cypher Knight. Cypher Knight, I think, is too far behind him. We saw Pirelli. Pirelli was in the pits a little while ago. Yes, Pirelli has taken the biggest load of fuel he has taken all night. He has been taking about 50 liters of fuel. He has now taken 60 liters of fuel. So he wants to make sure he can stay out. So let's have a look here, y'all. Cashnet is going. He's got a wow. Yeah, y'all heard that right. That was just that was very plain, but that was kind of, flabbergasted there. Just wow. Cashnet has got up to a minute and 42 second lead at this point. I don't know when that happened. I guess it happened sometime, obviously over the night, and I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, so he is going to need to pit very soon. He's only got 7.2 liters of fuel left. Where is he on track? He's halfway around the lap. He's got maybe 3 laps. I'm guessing about 2 laps left in his car. But he will be pitting soon, but he's so far out in front of Pirelli. I don't think Pirelli will get the position, but it could. Pirelli will not have to pit. Pirelli can get hard on it and stay steady, just like he has also. He's got 107.8 right now. His entire race for 2.5 hours now has been right at the 107. Extremely consistent. Kind of like my voice going downhill. It's very consistent. I suppose it could be, he could end up, we've seen it throughout the race, when Cashnet has to pit, it does put Pirelli right back on his tail. So that is a possibility that could happen here when Cashnet pits. Index is gonna have to pit very soon. I think he can go without getting his damage fixed, but he is down to 3 liters of fuel. He is a minute and 8 seconds in front of Marcos. It is possible for him to get in, get back out before Marcos can make the position. It's going to depend on whether or not he needs to get fuel and tires or just fuel. As it looks like he's got a front and some back markers behind him. Yep, the front marker needs to get on by. That'll make it easier on him. No, he is, Marcos, or Index is pitting now. Yeah, he really may have made it back around the track. Probably not. And he is a full minute in front of Marcos. Where is Marcos on track? Marcos just started a lap. Index is looking really good for you. Jump out your car, kick your pit crew in the ass, get them to work, get back out on track. You can maintain your third position, but only if your pit crew's fast, man. Marcos is now halfway around the track. He is closing in on Index, unless I'm completely wrong, and Marcos is a lap down from Index, which I don't think I have a way of telling. But it looks, from where I'm sitting, it looks like Marcos could be a threat for Index in third position. Index, let's see where you are, because Marcos is coming up on the S's. Yeah, some of the timings on the left are very off, y'all. Oh. Yes, and I was right. Marcos was on the same lap as Index. Index is getting some of his damage fixed, I believe. He's been in there for a minute. He did, yeah, he did. He got his headlight fixed. Really put a monkey wrench in his pit strategy, as it has let Marcos get 1/3 of a lap. He is a full sector ahead of Index now. And let's see who else has not pitted, or if we can count on. Sorry, y'all, for going through there too fast. I forgot what I was doing. Toby, I believe. Toby's going to be close. Toby may have to pit right there before the end, but I believe he's going to have enough fuel to make it. Cypher Knight should definitely have enough fuel to make it. Lonnie also more than enough fuel. He has made really sure he's going to make it. Would really suck to get right here at the end of this race and run out of gas. Oh. Yeah, Interceptor. Yeah, no problem on fuel. Index, looks like Index may have gone with a oh shit pit strategy. Looks like he took on quite a bit of fuel, but I don't know. It could take that much fuel to finish this race. And it does look like the Audi seem to be burning through fuel a little faster than some of the other cars. Marcos is 28 liters. This is also, like Toby, is also going to be close. Yep, and here's, I predicted, Pirelli is getting now close to cashing it because of the pit strategies. There is Cash. Cash is still in the pit. There is Pirelli. Pirelli, if you speed up, you're a third away through the track. You're at the end of Sector 1. Cashing it is still in the pit. You get around there fast, you will be on his tail. This is about where Marcos was when he made the position on Index. Though Index did get damaged fixed, it looks like Cashing it is back out on track though. So Pirelli not quite able to close that gap, but he has got down to 40 seconds. So push really hard, Pirelli. We've got right at just 30 minutes left of this 3-hour race. I almost said 2.5. We've been through 2.5 hours. These guys have been slugging it out 2.5 hours. Everybody has been running. Believe it or not, y'all, everybody's lap times are very consistent of what they were in qualifying, and have been very consistent throughout the race. It's extremely hard to do for 2.5 hours. We've got 30 minutes left. I'm getting a little bit of a second win. Hopefully these guys are getting a little bit of a second win. We'll see them pull each other back in together and see somebody actually really start challenging each other for position. Closest guys at the moment are third Marcos and fourth Index, with 16 seconds separating them. So index, yeah, really stay on it. You can catch Marcos. You can do it. I got faith in you. And that's why I'm going to take the camera back off of you. Let's go down here to Cypher Knight. Cypher Knight is one of the only drivers at the moment not carrying a penalty. Cashnit, Index, and Cypher Knight, only drivers not carrying some time penalties at this moment, which I will pull up in just a second. But first, I just talked so much, I'm going to mute my mic and have me a really big drink of Sprite, because I'm parched. Yep, and we have, the clouds have came back in and dropped our track back down. This track has been all over the place tonight, y'all. Clouds moved back in. Track is now down to 47 degrees. It's the coolest it's been yet. Definitely going to have a big impact on grip. I know it's only a couple of degrees, but it does have a huge impact on grip. And as I say it, some of the clouds are blowing back out. We're back down to a light cloud, and the track jumped back up 1 degree, back up to 48. So yeah, track temperatures all over. Yep, track temperature now back up to 49. So by the time you start to adjust to it cooling off, it starts warming back up again. And yes, I'm still here. I'm just trying to save a little voice for the end of this thing, as we are still on my fellow commentator, Cypher Knight, and I know I already said it, but y'all make sure you tune in on Fridays at 21:30 Italy, 8:30. I really should get to where I can do my time better. But it's 21:30 Italy, or I guess that would be 9:30 Italy time PM, 8:30 PM if you're in Great Britain or the UK, and 3:30 PM here in the United States. Probably couldn't tell y'all. I can pull my phone out and tell y'all what time it was and everywhere else, but yeah, yeah, if you can't tell, I've been talking for, let's see, qualifying, practice. Alright, yep. So, we are 3 hours into this broadcast 3 hours, 5 minutes into this broadcast, 25 minutes left. Oh no, Cashnit has now gained a time. Sorry, y'all. My southernness really comes out sometimes. Cashnit has picked up a time penalty at some point, and I will pull those up in just a minute, like I said I would, and we'll have a look at it. But he is still 38 seconds out in front of Ferrelli, so Ferrelli's still really going to be hard pushed to catch him, which leaves us with Index and Cypher Knight, the only drivers not to pick up a time penalty so far, as they have raced 2.5 hours, extremely consistent lap times, and not picked up even a 1 second penalty. That's very impressive. Yeah, y'all give me just a minute. I'm gonna grab me some more something to drink. Like I said, my voice is starting to go on me a little bit, But we're going to hang in here just like these drivers. It's hard on the drivers. It's got to be hard on me too, right? It's all part of it. It's called Endurance Series for nothing. Not called Endurance Series for nothing. My brain is definitely going. And but I'm still here, y'all. But I will be right back. Let's pull up the timings here. Let's see what these penalties are looking like. I'm gonna get rid of the speedo so it's not in the way. Oh wow, Cashnet picked up a big time penalty, but he still has quite the lead. He's still 39 seconds out. He doesn't need to worry about it. But Cashnet is carrying a 3-second time penalty. Forelli has a 2-second penalty. Marcos has picked up a 6-second penalty. Is it index? Nothing. No time penalty. Perfect race. Interceptor, 1-second penalty. Almost perfect race. Lonnie has picked up 53 seconds. And I know that sounds huge, y'all, especially when you look at some of the other ones. But this is a really long race. We are 137 laps into it, with 20 minutes to go out of a 3-hour race. We're racing 2 hours, 40 minutes. Be surprised how easy it is to rack up a 53-second time penalty. It's very, very easy to do. Cypher Knight also no time penalty, running a perfect race tonight. Toby has had a little bit of bad luck, but he is running pretty good. He only has, well, I don't know why I say only. I guess only compared to the 53. He has a 50-second time penalty. Oh, and I can't see the laps that these guys are on, y'all. But yeah. We have Cashnet with 138 laps so far. Sorry about all the creaking, y'all. Like I said, bad office chair choice. Metal folding chair. Not comfortable. My neck and back are killing me right now. Yeah, Cashnet is on 138 laps. Forelli is on 138 laps, so they are still on the same lap. They could potentially battle for first and second. Marcos is 2 laps down from them, so I don't think too much of a threat unless something really bad happens to Forelli and Cashnet for their positions. He is on 136 laps, but Index also on 136 laps, so he could potentially catch Marcos and challenge for that 3rd position, which he is only 30 seconds out, so not quite 30 seconds, more like 20. So very doable Index. Keep up the job that you're doing, you'll catch Marcos. Interceptor is on 134 laps. He is 5 laps down from the leader. Lonnie is on 133 laps, so he is 6 laps down from the leader. Cypher Knight 129 laps, so he is 10 laps down. 3 laps from Lonnie. Toby. Some of these, the top half of the field, I think we're going to see some challenges for the podiums and even forward position. A lot of these guys at the bottom, I think they're going to be about where they are. Because Toby is on lap 126, he is 13 laps down. timing's off here so we can watch these guys racing. And we'll keep talking about what laps, where these guys are, and potential movements. Alright, so yeah, like I said, top half of the field is going to be moving around. I hope. Index is now, well, still, not now. He is still only 20 seconds out. These guys have 18 minutes and 48 seconds left in this race. I will be very excited to see Cashing It come across the line, I'm not going to lie. I'm ready to keep my mouth shut and not do any talking. I think when I play some Star Wars tonight, I will not be doing any talking to anybody. Oh, as we are seeing some pits. Oh, why are we seeing pit stops right here towards the end? Let me get my Speedo. Where's the Speedo? Get up there, Speedo. We got to see some fuel. Oh, it looks like Marcos may have decided he needed some fuel. Or, I didn't see the gas thingy. But I'm sure that's what it was. I'm sure he took a little fuel. I think we saw also Interceptor may have been in the pit for a second. Looks like he may have taken fuel. Yeah, Marcos gave us a little flash, I think. I'm not sure if he was saying I was right or not, but it looks like he did maybe take a splash of fuel right there, here at the end. He is still, Marcos is only 30 seconds out from Index. We've got 17 and a half minutes. He could catch up. It's hard to say. This is, like I said, this is a long race. Fatigue is very hard on these guys right now. Anybody that has stuck with us and watched this full race, I know y'all are ready to see these guys finish, but I can't tell you how much more these guys in these driver's seats are ready to get this race done. So they've got they're eager to get this race done, but they've got to keep it together, maintain the track times, and not make any mistakes and finish the race. It'll be very hard. So like I said, you're really eager to get done. They've been in several of these guys are sitting in race rigs, and they've been in that thing for like 2 hours, 45 minutes plus 20 minutes of. So yeah, they've been in there for they've been sitting down for 3 hours 15 minutes so far, and you know, at that long, working your pedals, working your wheel, everything's starting to turn to jelly. You're starting to cramp up. It's very tough physically and mentally just for a 3-hour race. And while I'm on that, our man Sig took part in a big 24-hour race in iRacing. He did fantastic. He pulled several very long stints. Sig is definitely cut out for long distance racing and endurance racing, as apparently, go up here to our man Cashing It. Is apparently Cashing It, and Forelli and Index, and Marcos apparently as well. All these guys, all 80 of these guys, they have managed to stick it out for the entire race. Even the guys at the back of the pack, they are a couple laps down. But like I said, and you can tell, 143 laps so far. That's a lot of laps. It's very easy to lose a few of them, especially over the course of 3.5 hours when you include qualifying and practice. So that's 3.5 hours of fatigue, 3-hour race. Very, very difficult. And I did pull up the standings, and I believe these are our correct points for the LMP1 Endurance Series here at GAVRA Racing. And if they are correct, and I'm hoping they are, Cypher Knight is actually in first. Way to go, Cypher Knight, with 36 points. But, is this right? It says LP1. It says we got Kev Sinel with 36 points, but he's not in here tonight. Cashing It with 30 points in third. Percy, who is not with us tonight, was sitting in fourth. Way to go, Percy. Fantastic. With 27 points. Index is fifth with 24 points. Yep, sorry, y'all, even my eyes are wearing out just like the drivers. 6th place is Pirelli with 23 points. 7th is Jukebox with 22 points, but yeah, I think he's just gonna cover the rest of the races. Because like I said, these guys, they put a lot into these things. There's a lot that went into organizing these. The drivers put a lot into it, and they deserve for these races to be seen by everybody and commentated on. So yeah, Lonnie is in 8th with 21 points. Caleb is in 9th with 18 points. Toby is in 10th with 15 points. And bringing up the rear are Marcos, Hondax, and Interceptor with 0 points. And where is Interceptor? Interceptor currently sitting in 5th, so he's looking really good. I know he's very happy. Who else do we have? Marcos has 0 points, and Marcos is in 4th. So Marcos also, I'm sure, is extremely happy. Of course, their points are not a reflection of their driving ability. These guys are fantastic drivers. It is a pure reflection on how tough endurance racing is. It's just that tough. A lot of drivers just don't make it to the end. It's just like real life. A lot of drivers don't make it to the end. Making it to the end doesn't matter which position you're in. You make it to the end of endurance racing, in my book, you're a winner. Let's see, we have, yep, here we go. This is a manufacturer's runoff. We do have individual points, but it is a manufacturer's runoff. With Team Porsche has 90 points, so Porsche is in the lead. Team Audi is in 2nd with 87 points, very close. And Toyota was 63 points. But like I said, I believe some of these drivers tonight that are doing really good, I believe, are with Team Toyota. And thanks to everybody that has stuck around. And because we are getting down to almost to the last 10 minutes. We have 11 minutes and 36 seconds left in this race. I have left y'all on our leader cashing it because well, he deserves it. This is a really long race. He's done a fantastic job. Pirelli has fallen back more to 45 seconds, so cashing it now has quite the lead. Index is 1 minute 10 seconds. 1 minute 14 seconds behind Pirelli. Index has a 17-second lead in front of Marcos. Marcos has 2 minutes and 35-second lead on Interceptor. He has Yep, my brain's going kaput, y'all. 30-second lead over Lonnie. Lonnie has, wow, that's where the time really starts to jump. Lonnie does have 6.5 minute lead on Cypher Knight. Oh, Cypher Knight, why are you in the pit? I'm hoping that was just maybe just a touch of fuel. Hopefully he does not have damage. He is having a really good race. He is in 7th place. Just because you look at the racers up there and only see 8, we started with close to a full field. I believe we did have 12 to 14 drivers when we started. That's, once again, it's a reflection of how tough endurance races are. And it does not look like the sun is going to make it back up on these guys. It looks like they are not going to manage to make it to sunrise. They are going to finish in the night cycle. And Toby is bringing up the rear. Cypher Knight has a 3-minute lead over Toby. But Toby has hung in there. He is going to make it to the end of the race, which will make him very, very happy. I believe he has suffered mechanical failures during some of the other races. And yeah, GAVRA Racing runs full damage, accelerated tire wear, fuel usage, and mechanical failures are on. So these guys are picking up engine damage as they go around the track. It's just inevitable with a race this long and in these cars. It's just something that happens. The motor slowly wears down. So that does impact the car. And you can blow your motor. If you blow your motor when you go out on track, you can't get back to pit. That's it. Your race is done. And of course you can actually crash yourself out too. A lot of times if you have at least 3 tires still on the car, you can manage to limp it back into the pit depending on where you crashed. Like I said, that wall right there, not that one. You take a tire off on that wall, your race may be over. You got to go all the way around the track on 3 tires trying to get back to the pit. It's dangerous. And we are still currently on Toby. And it looks like he did elect to continue with a lot of his damage. It looked like he got his aero fixed, but not the damage to the rest of his car, which, as long as you don't have suspension damage, brake damage isn't too big of a deal, especially on a track like this. Suspension damage can be detrimental. Aero damage can be detrimental, but you can fix, if you have a good pit strategy set up, you can fix just your aero. You don't need to worry about it. You can drop in, fix your aero as long as you don't have suspension, get right back out there, live with a busted windshield, live with a beat up body. You got a long race. Most of the time that's the best choice. It looks like Marcos is now 6 seconds behind Index. Index with 16 liters of fuel, 6 minutes left, 7 minutes left. Sorry y'all, I'm trying to do rough math here. Minute 7, wow. I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna say 5 on the high side. 5 laps left. 16 liters of fuel. He's got more than enough fuel to finish. 16, 13. Marcos, as I said, 5 liters. 5 liters, approximately 2 liters per lap. Marcos is going to be very close on fuel, but Marcos is the one we've seen that has got his. He is the one that has had the. We've been eyeing all night with the very precise fuel use calculations. He's gone into the pit every time with either 1 liter or 1.1 liter of fuel left. So I'm sure he has got it figured down to exactly how much fuel he needs to finish with 5 minutes, 47 seconds left out of this 3-hour race. These guys have been racing for 2 hours and 56 minutes. And I'm going to be excited to see these guys get it done. And I am going to put it up here on caching it for 1 second, y'all. And where's my controller? We are down to the last 4 minutes of this 3-hour LMP1 endurance race here at Silverstone Classic. This has been a fantastic job. I'm very proud of all the drivers who have made it here to the end. We did start with about 14 drivers. No, I can't say that anymore. Sorry, y'all. That's as good as it gets. As we do have a back marker literally diving out of Cashnet's way. Cashnet has increased his lead almost all the way back up to 1 minute over Pirelli. Again, y'all, very proud of all the drivers that have made it here tonight. We've got 8 drivers that are going to finish, as we are down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds left of this race. We did start with a fairly full grid. Very tough race. Like I said, and they're not going to see sunrise. It does not look like. But all of these drivers have had one hell of a night and one hell of a race, in my opinion. Anyone who has not attempted endurance racing, you have no idea how tough it is on these drivers. I thought I did until I did it, and it's some of y'all out there that are doing a lot of endurance races. You know, I know there's a lot of people out there that are doing 6, 12, and full 24-hour endurance races, and those guys they're nuts. I hope to one day maybe build myself up to maybe a 6-hour, maybe a 12. Probably won't be able to, but I still want to attempt it one day. But even 3 hours is a very long race. Very tough. Very hard physically, very hard mentally. Most of these guys, when they got up this morning, did not get coffee when they got up this morning, just so that their nerves are more settled, or they don't have to worry about caffeine crash, anything like that. But yeah, very, very tough on these guys. They put in a lot of training for this race. And we are down to 1 minute 40 seconds. We are currently sitting with Cashnet in first. Pirelli is in second. Index is in third. Marcos is in fourth. Interceptor is in fifth. Lonnie is in sixth. Cypher Knight is in seventh. And Toby is in eighth. Hang it in there, Toby. You only got 2 minutes left, man. It's a long race. I know you're exhausted, man. I know y'all are. All y'all are. All the drivers got to be exhausted. I know y'all are ready to get this done. Hang it in for 1 minute. Well, let's see where Cashnet is. You might have to hang it in for 3 minutes. Where is Cashnet? Cashnet has just started. Cashnet will most likely do this lap plus one more. So yeah. So Toby, sorry, you need to hang in there for about 3 minutes. All of you guys, fantastic job. It looks like, Index is still trying to close up on Marcos. He is now only 2 seconds away. Depends on how many laps they got left. I'm not sure how this is going to play out. There is no one in between them. Index does not have a penalty. Even if Marcos catches him, he still has to catch him and make up the penalty to hold the third position. I think Index is very safe with this third. And Marcos is now within 1 second of Index. Let's see where our leader is. Our leader is on his last lap, but these guys are battling it out. Like I said, Marcos does have a penalty. Index does not. I would have to pull it up to see how much of a penalty Marcos does have. I believe Marcos has about a 3-second penalty at least. Nope, as he does go wide, letting Index is going to be able to finish this thing much more comfortable. Where is our guy Cashnet? Cashnet is on his final lap. Our winner is going to be Cashnet. Very well won. Very long race for Cashnet. and he should be very, very proud of first place around this track in the LMP endurance race here at GAVRA Racing. As our leader does come across the line, yep, Cashnit, you are our first place leader. I believe he should be on his cool down lap now. Yep, it looks like he is on his brakes. I'm not sure. No, he may have one lap left, y'all. Where is Pirelli? Pirelli has still, I believe, got to get around the track. I'm not sure. I can't. The timer says the race should be over, but Cashnit could be actually be on the last lap now. Oh, sorry, y'all. Yep, and it looks like, yeah, that was it. We have Cashnit was in first. Pirelli was in second. Index third. Marcos fourth. Interceptor fifth. Lonnie sixth. Cypher Knight seventh. Toby eighth. That old jukebox didn't do nothing, and he still come in ninth place. He retired. Y'all, that was a fantastic race. Driver of the day, I don't know who I would give that to. Give me a second. Recuperate. I wanted to catch all the drivers coming across the finish, but after 3 hours, I was a little confused myself on the end of that race as what the timer actually said, but I thought I had it about right. Let's see, driver of the day. Who? Yeah, sorry about the clicking, y'all. You know, I'm going to have to give that driver of the day, I'm going to give that to Marcos from watching his fuel consumption and the way he came in the pit every time with only like 1 liter or 1.1 liter. He finished fourth. His first time, like I said, I believe this is his first time actually being able to finish the Endurance Series, which is very, very tough, much less to pull out a fourth place win. Cashin, I would give it to you for the first place, but you just do it so often. Nothing against you. It's, you know, we got to give it to somebody else sometimes. And I think Marcos did a fantastic job. And y'all, as you can see, special thanks to especially you, the viewers, GAVRA, for setting all this up, and the administrators for doing all this for everybody, and all the commentary team. Like I said, this is purely community driven. You know, we don't have big fancy sponsors or anything. This is all people donating their time. And let me see here. Where was I supposed to go next? Oh, yeah, driver of the day. Yeah, Marcos, your name should be right up top there, but it was a long race and I forgot to put it on there. Sorry, y'all. I do make mistakes, especially after this long. I'm pretty tired too. And everybody, thank you so much for watching, especially everyone who has stuck it in and made it to the end. I am Jukebox, one of the commentators here at GAVRA Racing. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching the show. The racers did an amazing job. Yeah, no, that's it. And y'all make sure we are on break week next week, but make sure you tune back in after break week and catch the races Monday. 2 of them Monday, 2 of them Tuesday, 1 Wednesday, 1 Thursday, 1 Friday, and the LMP, this right here, what you just watched, every 3rd Saturday. So make sure you come back, check us out, like us, subscribe, check out the website, go to the Discord. Everybody have a good night.